Wednesday. Yesterday was amazing, transformational. So I just have some messages from that experience as well. We're gonna get the vibe going right in here. First, I've already read my own cards to make sure I'm taken out of any of the messages that come through today. So first, let's show gratitude and thanks and bring the positive energies into this space, and then I will share all of the stories. I just gotta write something down so I don't forget it because there's a lot. Okay, so first, in this space where we hold high vibrations and honesty, compassion, authenticity, things that in the real world externally might seem scary or not safe. So we always bring in first protection. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for your sword of truth and cloak of protection as we walk our path and explore the emptiness around us. Archangel Gabriel, thank you for being with us on the walk, giving us guidance and wisdom from your experience. Thank you. Archangel Raphael, healing miracles, body, heart, mind, soul, anyone in this day needs it, you can carry it with you. These energies are all in this space that we are creating right now to exchange energy and ideas regardless of location or time. There are things we need to learn today, so we are going to, hey Emma, we're going to call in. Metatron is also here to give us the direct guidance from God, and Jesus is in this space to be the teacher. Hey, I'm doing great. How are you? Hi, Kylie. How are you? How are you all doing this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Wednesday? I'm doing great. I hope you're awesome too. I always love to find out where people are from, so if you want to just drop that in the chat, that would be awesome. We regularly have people from all over the world in here, and it's a great space to be. Come, stay, hang out for the vibes. So yesterday the live was like 2 hours, and it's available on my channel if you want to go see it. It was, I'm even getting chills in my body thinking about it right now. The amount of, what do I say, things that were remembered yesterday. It's fascinating. 6th grade, that's awesome. You're almost to middle school. I would say, Emma, this is a safe space because we're protected here, but always don't share that kind of information about yourself. Lauren, same to you. I'm glad you guys found each other here, but please be careful. Just be careful on the internet. Make sure you ask for protection while you're out here. And welcome into this space. It's so awesome. So yesterday, 2 accounts came into my chat, and basically I was talking about how this is 5D space, and they were like, girl, you ain't seen nothing till you hit 12D space or 90 space. And I'm like, you don't have to be sorry. You don't have to be sorry for it. There's nothing to apologize for. The people who should be apologizing are the ones who require us to do these kind of things to remain safe in this world. So y'all know who that is. Okay. So after the live yesterday, which was totally amazing, I'm giving so much thanks. I only remember one name of the person right now because the other person, and it's totally understandable, is hiding their name from me being able to recollect them. So that's it. Gerard, tips for life. Expectations are what makes life feel like unsatisfying, unhappy. There's nothing wrong with setting the bar low, getting a quick win, and then riding that energy to more stuff. What else? Don't take action out of fear. Think and respond. Damien, I'm glad you're here. Hey, I'll tell you the same thing as everybody else who's here. Protect yourself. Don't share this kind of information with other people. That's all I've got to say. Don't need to tell everything about yourself. I don't come on here, talk about my name. Okay, so here's what happened after that live yesterday. I'm still trying to figure out how to put it into words, what happened. But I saw and received and was able to perceive my angelic wings, like feel them, see them, all that stuff. How old am I, Damien? That's a question you shouldn't really ask, ladies, and that's a life tip for you. Some people are sensitive about that because in our patriarchal society, women are only valued for the things they can give men. That's your lesson for today. Ladies, rise up. Elijah. How are you, Elijah? Thank you for coming in this space. I'm not sure what that means. You can expound or not. I'm glad you found this space. It's the first step. I'm so excited to see more younger people in here too, because the only present moment is now. The only thing you can change is now. The only energy you carry into the future is what you've created here as a flow. That's it. So I got my angelic wings, and here's what it felt like. It was like suddenly there was expanse and so much more space, and the wings just kind of went whoosh, like this, and it cleared all of the energy that was not mine, that was not beneficial for me, and I was only able to hold that space for a short period of time. But that's also how I got to the 5D, short periods of feeling, seeing, recognizing that things are a different way, and that you can live in those spaces by holding a higher vibration in general. So like any journey, it takes the first step, right? I got to see the space of where it is, what's there, and the feeling of what it's like to be there. And then, right, I go again and I try it, right? And that's when you get there, you stay there longer, right? It's like, I want to say our energetic body is like any other kind of muscle that you need to work. And so the more you try to hold the higher level that you're actually supposed to be at, gets you there. It gets you there. Mr. Fox, I am so sorry that you ended up in this chat today, because this is a highly protected area, and people who come here with that energy are, look, I'm just gonna say it, reaping the consequences of their action. So please be careful, examine, and consider. You know what you will do? Move on to something else, and you're not. You're so hilarious. I love it. I love it. But why are you really here? Okay. So I was able to see like a more full energetic picture of myself. It was wild. It was wild. It was like getting the wings and feeling the wings in my body here and like 5D space. It brings a different posture, a different energy, a different vibe, and it does not tolerate anything else that is not of that vibration. Just whoosh, flushes it all out. That's where you go. You're welcome for the start of your journey. Thank you for accepting the consequences of your choices. Oof, that's heavy. So whatever energy you want to feel, you just embody yourself. That's it. Nothing external should be the thing that makes you happy, makes you sad, makes you any kind of way. How you feel and react to things is your choice to make. Is that easy? No. Does it take practice? Yes. Why do you think I'm... Right? Whatever wisdom I've acquired in this time, I want to give to everyone in this space. 100%. So learning to embody the energy, seeing what the energy, feeling what the energy even is at this higher level, and how the world actually looks different. That gives you hints on what dimension you're functioning in. So the first one is freeing yourself from judgment and expectations of yourself and others for how things should be instead of how they are and who they are. After that feeling, I was like, okay, I need to go. I have a celestial council I visit, and they visit me. But I did not have a galactic council. I was welcomed to join the galactic council, so I recently was putting on the armor of God, which is also the armor of light, and I was just working with it for a couple of nights because I received a message that there was something draining my energy, right? So I get on the full armor of light. I whip out my cloak. I am shining gold. I have got my wings on. And I went to the Galactic Council. Whew. Thank them so much for inviting me into this space. Excited to learn about all of the things that are going on, how I contribute in a positive way to them, and just even being able to be there and listen and learn and see and feel. I've never been so honored. Reality is what you make it, and when you get high enough in physics or any other advanced scientific field, you realize that everything is just statistical probability about where something will be or what something will be. Observation is what condenses it to a specific location. But when you do that, you also lose some of the information that's there. And that's just how it is. And every time I feel that feeling of it's just how it is, I stop and I think, is it? What does that feeling feel like? Is it really like that? Or could it be even easier? Is it truly easier? Yes. If it's something that you really like want, but it's a struggle and you're not making progress, it's time to change your perspective and reconsider where you're going and how you're going to get there. And most of the time, we have no idea. We have no concept of 8 billion people, 9 billion people. Our brains. There's no way we can ever in this 3D state understand how much we have positively or negatively affected others. We've got to get higher space on that. Okay. Well, that's good. I still have about half an hour. Great. I did get started a little late. We're not getting a whole hour today. But hey, I showed up, and most of the time, well, that's half the battle. Just showing up, being open to communicate and create rather than judge and consume and judge. Accept and create whatever your little heart or mind desires or considers, because that is from the future you want. Let's first do a general message for anyone who comes across this now or in the future, regardless of location, platform, or anything else. What do we need to know today? This is the bottom of the deck, which to me feels like an overarching energy for this little part of the reading. This is slow and steady progress towards your goals. This is you having planted the seeds, right? You want the flower, you want the food to come up, so you plant the seeds, you do the work, you make slow and steady progress to the goal and reality of reaching your goal, getting the food, doing the work. Yes. And so from this action, from that perspective, the general reading, this is a Hierophant. The people who come here into this chat get started on their journey or begin reaping their rewards, whatever those might be. We are here to ascend. We are here to learn and teach, exchange ideas. See the keys down there? If you're holding the keys to information, share it with those who are willing to accept, who want to accept, or are on the same journey, the same path of discovery, the same vibe, the same energy, or trying to achieve that same vibe or same energy. This could also be that someone is coming into your life to give you important spiritual information, and it's up to you what you do with that information. There's also this feeling of someone who's very in control of their actions. They have Wands is many actions. Wands is doing action. You can see there has come fruit and growth from the actions taken. I almost feel like he's at the point where, or they are at the point where they know the actions to take to achieve the goal, or they believe they know the actions to take to achieve the goal. And how will you know what actions to take? Right? Consider discernment. Also, what is the goal, right? Is your discernment saying over here and you're looking over there because you think that you need to take action and do things to make it happen? When you do that, wands begets more wands, which is the idea that like work begets more work. How do you like get things done? If you want to get something done, give it to a busy person, right? That kind of feeling, but that's not what we're at here at all. We are in the creation portal. We are in the knowledge that we get wish fulfillment. So what do we want? and then use our discernment how to get there, what actions to take. Go to the people who are where you want to be and listen to them. And then use discernment that they are actually who they say they are. They know what they know, and they're sharing it with you for positive outcomes, growth, or learning. You're creating your wish fulfillment. And how are you doing that? Right? It's like you learn the steps, and then you need to know that it's at the very end of it, it's not the action. It's so much internal alignment, understanding, exploration of the infinity that is your imagination. Spend time there. It's much more wild than anything you'll see anywhere else. And then you can choose what is for you, what is not, what is true, what is not. Unbelievable. Just unbelievable experiences. This is a very powerful time. Powerful time of change. Powerful time of change. I said powerful time of change. Look what's on the bottom of the deck. The Tower. Things are being shaken to their core. People are in relationships or desiring relationships to be like something that fulfills them and makes them like, forget about everything else. You're cuckoo kind of thing. Right? You're cuckoo for that love. You are so in love. You're drunk in love kind of thing. Right? Also this, he's chilling. He knows he's got everything, right? So where's he gonna go? He doesn't really need to go anywhere. And he's come through everything to create this space for himself. Abundance, foundation, protection. There's a message coming, and it's coming quickly. It's going to be a message that is wanting you to do things that you thought you were already done with. And it's this feeling of, I have to do this again. I have to do this again. And I just heard what the alternate perspective is, which is I get to learn something new because you are different approaching every situation based on the experience that you've had in the past. And every opportunity, every new lesson is an opportunity, right? Everything you experience is an opportunity to learn more, to do more, to, at the very least, not approach it with this energy, right? Oh, I gotta do this again. It's like, do you want this goal, right? Or are you more into the feeling of this, right? I've done it before. But did you get what you wanted before? Maybe I've been guilty of this too, giving too much to people in the past. There's something new coming, a new path, a new portal. We've been getting these portals a lot. This is a very powerful time of endings and beginnings. And if you are or have recognized any kind of cycle in your life, this is a great way to close it. And what is 6? And the 1 is 7, and that is doing the work, committing the material resources to the goal that you want. These are the goals that you want. Maybe you haven't achieved them in the past, and you feel like you've done a lot of work on them, which is why that Nine of Wands is showing up with like, again, I need to do something about this again. Yes, Queen, you gotta get your emotions right. What is your vibe? What are you carrying around? What are you projecting? What do you believe about yourself? All of that is told in your energetic witnesses, guys. What did I just say? 1 and the 6 was 7. Doing the work to reach the goal. Creating the thing in reality that you see in your mind when you are changing perspective, or like I just heard it in the upside down, so almost like the things that you do in the dream realm, in your imagination, in the connection with the higher dimensions, right? I'll leave you all with this one and think about it, right? It feels like it's fractals all the way down, and the crystalline grid is made of fractals, and that's the space between each dimension where you settle, just like in molecules, how electrons have certain energy spins and paths that they follow, and they don't fall outside that. There are similar things like that in larger and smaller scale as well. Hey Carla, how are you? How are things doing? I want to hear how you're doing. Okay. Carla girl, you always come with lots of cards. Oh girl, you need this message. You need this message. Everybody needs this message. It's not just you. Everybody needs this message. When it feels like this, when it is the void, when it is not time to plant or sow, but time to rest, meditate, go inside, get centered, grounded, be at peace with the timing, right? Right place, right time. Because seeing this as something to fear is the trick. It's like fearing the end of life or fearing death. That's the trick. It all, right? Energy is neither created or destroyed. Neither is material, right? Nothing's created or destroyed. Solid objects are energy, just in different states. And this feeling, right? It's not even true. Like this feeling of being out in the cold, negative beliefs that you're tied to something, that you can't get out of something, and it's this, again, this feeling of lack, being, what do I want to say, like not understanding the full resources that they have. These are the kind of lies that keep you trapped in these situations. Be mindful of your thoughts, and be mindful of the thoughts that are having you take action or changing your emotional balance. Because the truth is, right here, we are all the magician. We have all of the 4 elements, as above, so below. We understand the idea of the infinite in any kind of way, or we experience the idea of the infinite and embrace it instead of being like, see it as something that inspires wonder and honor of its majesty, right? And this is what you are desiring. This is what you are creating for yourself, right? This 10 of Cups happiness. And this is the things that you need to do to get there. longest journey starts with one step, right? And also, this is the feeling again of the right time, right thing at the right time in the 3D. Yes, you're progressing to your goal, but in the 3D, you can be hindered by timing again, right place, right time. Right? The earth has its own cycles. We can't, we've tried and we shouldn't, but the cycles are there for a reason. Okay. B. Smith. So what I would like you to do, B. Smith, is to be a little more flexible with your beliefs about what's going to happen, especially if it's not the outcome you want. And I have come from a line of worriers and anxious people too, and that's kind of where it comes from, not the trust and the faith in yourself and the connection to your path and where you're going. Like, why don't speak that onto your life, right? Speak blessings, speak joys. And will people sometimes not live up to your expectations? Yes, and that's where acceptance comes from, right? You need to accept that this is who they are, this is what they've given, this is, right? It's that idea of like believing someone when they tell you who they are. The cat is settling here. He's literally like right here. Kitty, you're getting a whole tour of my little ass here apartment. You're so cutie, aren't you? He's such a sweetie. He's the best. So, as things get more and more emotionally attached to us, and I learned this lesson the hard way, and it did feel like a loss due to misunderstanding of who people were and who they are. And even if they are people who are exceedingly evil in the current moment, if you are open that anything can change and that anything is possible, people can change, you can jump like that card just did, you can forgive them, forgive yourself. Just because they have those feelings about you, you don't need to have those feelings about them. It doesn't mean that you expose yourself to them until the time is right, until you have the strength, until you are ready to consider an approach of compassion and forgiveness. All right, what I would say a little bit about this, B. Smith, is that someone has some idea or information that they are keeping hidden from you that can make you grieve. Even though you have success, even though you waited and got what you want, there's still also some grief that goes along with that. There's things that you can't be truthful about to them. You know it's not good to share certain information with them, but Archangel Michael's here, and we called him in the chat too. That energy is here to help you choose what you are selecting in an emotional way. right? You have these, but you're not quite sure if they're right. You're just waiting in that space to see the thing that is right for you. Also, these ones came out first before I just did that section. This is the Eight of Wands again. Messaging, incoming, information, things happening quickly actions taken. Queen of Swords being someone who is using their discernment and basically with the hand, right? She's looking at the sword, she's looking through the sword. This is what I am applying to my reality, right? This is the choice, the intellect, the belief. This is what to focus on. This is what to focus on. Your happiness, your love in that parental relationship, the experiences that you have together. Doesn't take work. It takes rest and being open to receive, being receptive. That doesn't mean you have to take on anybody else's energy. That doesn't mean you need to answer anybody's questions. That doesn't mean you need to get them to believe, right? Most of the time it's better to say less and get out, right? But when you take that time apart from them, try to forgive themselves and you, not because they deserve forgiveness, but you deserve peace. You deserve to be at peace and have no strong feelings about them either way. Because when you have strong feelings in the positive, you're giving them energy. Strong feelings in the negative, you're giving that energy. You are holding that energy in yourself. And that's not the energy you want to hold. And when you're filled up with that energy, where's the new stuff come? Alright, I gotta get ready for my next fun activity today. Thank you guys all for being here. It's truly transformational. Thank you so much. Thank you for being in this space with me. Thank you for sharing energy. Thank you for finding this way stop. Alright, see you all later. Bye.